Good morning, guys. Thought I'd give you a little tour of my daughter's garden. Her irises are so old that they have grown so tall. As soon as they bloom, they fall over. But aren't they pretty? She has a whole back wall of them, and the ivy's all blooming. This is the way she bought the place. She hasn't done any landscaping at all. This is not a pretty yard. She has a ton of birds that live in these bushes. A hummingbird that comes back every year. It's been here 3 years already, and she thinks she saw it yesterday. She saw a hummingbird. She's hoping that it's it. And it has 2 babies every year. She's got some mini irises that come up every year. And she has a collection of 4-leaf clovers, because this is full of clovers too. This makes me miss gardening. I used to do a lot of photography years ago. I never left my house without my camera. And I loved macro photography. I would go inside the flowers like this, get real close. I have some gorgeous shots. I used to belong to a photography club online, and we'd have to do a daily challenge every day. And I won one once, and my challenge was clocks. And to see how some of the professional photographers edited a clock, it was fabulous. Some of the shots were just beautiful. I did one, mine was faded time, and I took a picture of a clock that I had and made the face of the clock faded. It was really cool. Yeah, I can't wait till all these flowers bloom. And then she has this morning glory that just takes over. She's constantly trimming it back. But it looks cool when it hangs down over the wall here. And I just try to take Owen for a walk. Oh, here's her cherry tree. Hey, if anybody knows anything, her cherry tree has, I don't think it's cancer. It has a disease. It causes this like sap stuff to come out. And from what she's researched and talked to a person who's had a cherry tree, you have to take it down and you're supposed to like dispose of it properly. But it's such a pretty tree, but it's got this stuff all over it. And every year it just gets worse. But it was just in full bloom, and now the blooms are spent, and then it grows its cherries. Oh, and it has some, where are they? Oh, it has some cherries already. She's made jam before with the cherries. But I went to take dog Owen for a walk because I'm feeling in a really good mood. There's a canal on the other side of the street behind the houses. It's the what do you call it? The water for everybody's backyards. There's a big canal, and there's a road. I have some videos of it. A dirt road that you can also go into the woods. There's some trails in there. I like to take Owen. And that lady across the street with the labs that get loose, they were swimming in the canal. 3 times they came back to me. The 3rd time I was across the street because I couldn't go that way. And I was all the way across the street, 2 houses down from where she was. And the dog still came running up to the road, and I'm way up the street. She had to call him back, and then I walked up to the highway because there's a cement walking trail. I walked up to the highway facing the traffic, and that kind of stupid truck beeps at me purposely. I mean, I had Owen sitting at the corner of my daughter's road. You know, I'm training him. And I had him sitting, and I walked away from him. He's in a stay. And 3 cars and a van came and turned right by us, and he got spooked out by it. So he was already a little spooky. And this asshole just beeps his horn purposely. You know what's wrong with people? But Owen did fabulous today. The first time ever that he stayed at the heel the whole time. And he sat every time when we halted. I'm proud of him. And I told there's a guy up the street, that those dogs across the street always bark and go over, stand up on the fence after these guys' 2 dogs. He was walking his dogs because he walks them down there every day a couple times down that canal trail. And I told him, I said, that lady has her 2 dogs swimming in the canal. Just thought I'd let you know. So I watched him go down there, and he had to go up into the farther neighborhood to walk his dogs. Like, Like, if you cannot control your dogs, then you shouldn't have dogs. I mean, my Elliot was dog reactive his whole life. Now he's better because he's probably blind and deaf. But I couldn't take him to the park or anything. Or if I did take him out in public, I had a little muzzle for him because he would go ballistic. There's my little Owen. He's ready to play fetch. He's already been out here once today playing fetch. Yeah, we slept in the trailer last night, and I snuck out. Oh, the guy that called the city on me, I was just coming up my daughter's yard, the front yard, to come into the backyard, and he was driving by, and first time ever waved to me. So I gave him a big smile and waved. This is my daughter's cat, Jax, that blinded Elliot. I didn't mean it. I just scratched him. Say hi, Jax. Cats are weird. I still have Gideon in the trailer. I'm still parked out front. I have him still in the trailer, so I hope he's enjoying his time alone without any dogs. But every time I go in there, he's like dying for affection. Alright guys, I'll stop rambling and play with Owen for a bit. I'll talk to you later. Guys, first I want to apologize for Sunday's video, my tea haul. I didn't realize I've watched that video so many times before I posted it. And then my daughter said to me, Mommy, you know you're talking about lasagna roll-ups in the beginning of it, the first couple minutes. I had no idea. I'm so sorry. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how to fix it other than taking the video down. But here is the video that's supposed to be by itself, not over something. This is my daughter making lasagna roll-ups. They're vegan with impossible meat. And the stuff on the left there was eggplant that got a little too dried out in the oven though, because she was going to roll them up too, but she just layered it like regular lasagna. And she made a tofu ricotta, which, well, I put everything together and she mixed it up. It was so good. And the ragu simply spaghetti sauce, which is vegan. It has very few ingredients in it. It's really good too. This was good. I would have made it with some, just like this, but with some vegan mozzarella. And if we had, she usually buys, there's a vegan Parmesan that comes in the triangle that you can grate. That is so good. It tastes just like regular Parmesan, but she didn't have any. We just love Italian food, especially when we can veganize it. Oh my goodness, it's just delicious. And I had next day for lunch, which was even better that day. You really can't see what the ingredients are, but I think the first one's tomato puree instead of water. This was good. I've never had it before. I'm gonna have to buy it. But you just put this in the oven for 30 minutes. I made some garlic bread. And this is the dinner that we had for my boy's birthday. This was a seafood boil with crawfish, crab legs, mussels, shrimp. What else was there? Oh, some Zatarain's red beans and rice that my son brought over. What else did we have? Oh, and I made, it's coming up next. I made vegan crab cakes. They kind of fell apart. It was a recipe that I usually don't use. I used Nora Cook's recipe. I'm never using that one again because my crab cakes usually come out really good. Oh, my daughter also put in andouille sausage. But I didn't have any of that. I just ate the crab cakes.